You can actually hear both turbos. What in God's name is going on here?
Ryan, come on down.
Oh, he's so excited.
What is this?
This thing has not seen movement in like 10 fucking
Look
years.
at the dust on this thing.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There
yeah.
is some, what are the hieroglyphics on this?
Apparently this is 6 hours away from running and it hasn't run in 10 years.
Wife burns.
A lot of you guys have been noticing this in the background and have been asking what it is, whose it is. It's mine, it's an Audi Coupe Quattro. They only sold, I think it was 1,700 of them here in the United States.
Dude, where did this dust come from? Was this thing out
really
in the,
bad.
was this in Baja in 1984? What happened
By the
here?
way, look what's in the footwell. Just a head for a 3B.
All right.
What about this sticker? The Museum of Yachting. I bought this like next to a yacht club in 2004.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'd gotten like my first real job at Rise magazine, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get a new car. I had a Volkswagen. At the time, I was like, man, I've always wanted an Audi Quattro. I bought this thing for like a year. I just spent time collecting parts. Speaking of Volkswagens,
It looks like a good thing to say.
speaking of
What, are those
Volkswagens,
Opt 4s?
These are Votex. These are Votex.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. If anybody wants them, DM me. This car was that project that was going to be like the next car that I built, and it's 2004. And at that time, I had plenty of time to work on things, but definitely,
But still didn't.
well, no, definitely like not enough money to build anything, and it just kind of sat for a long time. And then I actually ran out of time, and I got a real job, and that was it. Like, this car has traveled with me from Queens to Brooklyn to now here in Long Beach, and it's just been, it actually lived at Tony Angelo's shop for like a long time because I just had nowhere to leave it. It's the project that I've just never gotten back to. Like, I don't even think there's breakout. Oh, there's some Porsche breakout
Dude,
in front.
This
It
thing's
actually
got
has
some,
really cool parts.
this thing's got some mods.
The suspension's completely set. It's got like KW Motorsports. Eventually, there'll be an inline turbo, and I don't know. I've been kind of wanting to build it. And today, another Audi showed up, so I figured I'd drag this one out and explain this one before we get to the way more cool, way more exciting one that's waiting for us out in the yard. So another case of is it Brian's, does it run? I
But
love
that one does.
We're talking about this. Since this isn't going anywhere, let's actually talk about a cool car.
It went somewhere.
Well, yeah. And now I'm just gonna leave it there until someone gets mad about it being there.
He's not lying. Come on, Sticks.
Rolling, hang on.
So let's talk about this one instead.
What is that? It's a whole squad of people here too.
Whole squad.
Joey working hard, Andrew taking photos of him working. Larry Chen. Larry Chen in the wild.
So Larry hit me up like, I don't know, 3 hours ago and was like, yo, would you mind if I bring this car by? And just sends me a link, doesn't even say what it is.
Brian, this actually works well for shooting you. I think I'm just gonna stand up on
Stay
top.
the whole
Yeah.
time. Larry obviously knows my penchant for Audis, especially the ones that have inline fives. Because for me, if it's not an inline five, I don't really like it.
The thing about this is every car that comes across my way now, it's like, all right, will the Hoonigans like it? Will.
Hold on, pause.
I mean, this thing, not only do the Hoonigans like it, for me, this is amazing. All-wheel
Dude.
drive, 6-speed manual, 600 horsepower. Everything is right about this car, right?
I love that 6-speed manual.
Yeah.
And the body styling on this is just so gnarly. Look at this thing.
It reminds me of
Just
like
so
old, like,
sick.
IMSA day style Audis. If you're my age, you remember when Audi made really, really badass cars in the 90s and the 80s for rally. And it's like just seeing that kind of design and flair on this is really cool.
Yeah.
So this guy's wearing a Kill All Tire shirt, so he clearly
I
came
have already, the shirt fits already, yeah? I mean,
came here. So
That's an old one too, so you know he's been a fan for a bit.
my name is Rouven, and I'm coming directly from Audi. I'm an engineer now of Audi, a manager in the whole vehicle department development.
I think this is like the first like real official person we've had here at,
Yeah.
at this donut garage.
Wait,
Like you actually came from like a brand and brought us a car, which
Yeah,
is really cool. So that's a level we're getting to right now. Is that
I mean,
Audi brings us
I mean,
cars.
it's a question of official people. I
Well, this is awesome. So what was your part in this particular build?
mean, I was part of the project team. I mean, and we bring this car this year to the Wörthersee event. I don't know if you know the Wörthersee event. the
Yeah.
DJI
So
AWD.
little background, Vinny and I started as Volkswagen guys. We were big VW kids for the longest time, and then I became an Audi guy, and then eventually a Porsche guy, which seems to be the way that works. And
I somehow got stuck at BMW.
yeah, he went the wrong way. Wörthersee was like, I mean, I remember reading, Performance VW, and that was like the thing to look at to see. What
Oh yeah, that was the event.
Because at first it was GTI International, and then Wörthersee sort of
Yeah.
just took over, and then here we obviously had H2O, so it was like
Perfect, yeah.
those all events. So we know plenty about it. But for those of you who don't know at home, Wörthersee was like the event for like all Volkswagen and Audi tuning in Germany, and guys were building cars from other countries and bringing them in. And it got to the point where Volkswagen actually started building cars that they were like showing off. So they were showing off like prototype cars and stuff like that.
And now we decided, okay, Wörthersee is one thing, but in the US it could be also cool to drive with this car. Therefore, we bring this car to LA, drive around a little bit, visit you, for instance. Of course, we know all the
Awesome.
channels. So. And then we bring the car to the SEMA show.
Awesome.
Well, I just want to say that I thank you and appreciate you for putting a 6-speed in this car with a manual transmission.
Yeah.
That's so essential to making this car, such a driver's car.
So the thing I want to talk about first, well, I want to talk about the engine, because it's super cool, but anything you want to talk about from the outside first? Because I mean, what was the inspiration for kind of the look and the aesthetic here?
I mean, I don't know if you know the famous Audi race cars in the late
I know all
80s
of
or
them,
90s.
but they might not. Like the playing cards
Okay.
of IMSA cars.
The
of-
IMSA GTO, for instance.
Yes, exactly.
When you take a look here at this parts, especially here,
Yeah.
also in front, you see directly when you compare it to the old pictures that is directly inspired by the Rally Quattro, by the S1, and also by the IMSA thing. Because this car is also 5-cylinder, of course, also the engine topic is related to the old Audi style, and also to the new world, because also in the current TTRS we sell a 5-cylinder engine.
Yep.
And
Which I'm so happy that Audi went back to the inline 5, because it's just one of the best sounding engines.
yeah,
It sounds so
it's
good.
It's really a cool sound for me also too.
So let's go through interior, kind of walk through what you guys have done here.
I mean, only perhaps one little detail. I mean, when you take a look at this body style, I mean, you have really a wide body style, but of course, it's really in a really cool way to integrate it, because you see here no really jumps in the bodywork.
Yep.
So it's also carbon. This is
All carbon?
It's really
very nice.
It's really from the craftsmanship, it's really well done. So also here these parts, when you take a look here, these double line
Oh yeah, that's really
as
nice.
a cool design feature. We are all car guys, and we work together to bring such a cool car on the street. Also the headlights. I mean, when you take a look at this, this is iconic a little bit.
For me, this kind of engineering and design piece really is so cool. Like the fact that the hood is extra big,
Right.
and instead of just having an over fender, it's just one piece.
It's actually a really cool way of treating
Yeah,
that
it's
instead
super
of
cool.
having to come out from there.
I mean,
love
this
that.
is also a thing. On the second view, you see a lot of details in this car that really are completely different from the basic car. I mean, you see directly that's the Audi TT.
Yep.
But when you take a second look on it, you see, for instance, the hood, as you mentioned, is completely new part, but nevertheless, it's always a TT on this way. This detail I also like very, very much, because you have here really this straight line of the.
It keeps in line with all of that.
I'm always down for more lights. I'm always complaining that race car drivers, they don't leave their lights on enough. That is just so cool.
That light design of the like kind of LED, like that was brought to the market by you guys. Like that look, that initial look of seeing kind of the LED bar in the headlight.
You're completely
Audi
right.
did first.
In the Audi B8, the A4 B8 model, we introduced this daylight, these LED lights, and nowadays every brand nearly has this feature.
For me, there's two things in design on cars that matter so much, and it's weird. First one is headlights, because it's like the eyes of the car, right? Second one is door handles. And Audi's always had such good door handles, like so much so that people used to cut the door handles off A4s and put them on Volkswagens, because it was just such a good door handle. And it just like it has to follow that line, because like I like Subarus, but like the Subaru had the worst door handles ever. Like they just look like they like taped them on. It just didn't fit the car and ruined it.
There is really also a lot of engineering effort that the door handle, because door handle is a good example, that the door handle really feels also like an Audi. I mean, the design is one, but also the point when the door opens and the closing pressure. This is a thing that there is really a lot of engineering in it.
So let's talk about the interior, obviously.
I mean, in the interior, of course, you already mentioned, it's really a manual gearbox, because this car is really designed for driving pleasure, and really to have, it should be really an active activity driving car. So therefore we have decided not to choose an S-tronic. Of course, from the performance point of view, the S-tronic could be a better
still
choice.
Faster, but
it's still faster.
But there's a difference between fast and the feel.
This is really a car that is designed to have really an active driving feeling.
Is the roll cage tied into?
It's titanium, yeah.
Wow.
It's also titanium. It's also now the 911 GT2 RS has also as an option titanium roll cage, but this was
and it's tied into the chassis through the headliner as well, which is really nice.
Integrated.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks factory, which is what I would expect from Audi to make it look factory. But yeah, it looks really good.
My favorite thing about like real Audi race cars is the fact that they keep elements from the stock car, like the dash vents and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so it's super cool that just like the design element with the 3 control knobs in the middle, plus the dash vents, all of that. And look at that steering wheel.
Yeah,
it's such a good wheel.
Cool. You see, it's a 5-cylinder, of course, as we discussed before, but it's not a standard one. It's really based on race engine, so forged pistons, forged conrods, of course. But we have a quite big standard turbocharger. But this is, you can see it this one. But this is not the special thing at this car is it has a 48-volt board net, and we have here an electric turbocharger.
Yeah. That part's the wild part.
And this electric turbocharger blows additionally here in this air intake. So you have really an amazing impression when driving the car. Of course it has 600 horsepower approximately, but this is also not the most spectacular, because you can build also engines with 800 horsepower. This is not the thing. The thing is really how you put your foot on the throttle, and you have instantaneously really the power because of this electric turbocharger, and this is really something that makes the driving pleasure of this car amazing. So you have really a torque directly from low revs, so no turbo lag. It's really amazing.
By the way, just want to point out, they drove this here. This didn't come on a trailer. This is their stuff because they actually drove this car here.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what we love, is that it's not just here coming off of a trailer and there was a prep team here to make it look all nice.
No.
They just showed up and we just hear this car coming down the street.
Yeah, I mean, cars are for driving, right?
100%. That's our whole thing, is cars are for driving.
Not only to put it in the showroom. So this is really, of course, it's an optical thing.
Yeah, you make it look nice.
But nevertheless, you see that the battery, the 40-volt 8 battery, is in the back for the weight distribution, and this delivers the power for this electric turbocharger.
Even this is carbon. Look at that. Look how nice that is. All right, so let's hear this thing rev. It's like double. It's like you can actually hear both turbos.
This sounds straight out of the Group B, like 5-cylinder videos you want to watch all the time on YouTube. Like, this is that.
Not so bad. What do you think?
It sounds awesome. I think it actually sounds better from the front of the car than the side of the car. Usually, it sounds both on both ends.
What is this gonna do?
What do you think?
It's crazy. The blow-up valve noise is insane. It doesn't sound like any other car I've heard.
I want to see this thing launch. You want to see it launch?
Let him launch it.
You want to see it launch?
Definitely.
You want to give us a good launch?
Yeah, try it.
That sounds so good.
Oh man, it's dope.
Whoa.
You think?
The door. Did you see that? This detail?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh boy.
Audi's also known for the details. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of what Audi's good at. All right, do you think you could let me do a launch in it?
You can drive.
That's like that's a different type of scumbag. Like we haven't tried that. Like usually.
This is when I go and figure out I can't fit in the car again.
Oh yeah. It has a slider. That's nice. Interesting tactic of getting in. You have to learn how to do anything.
It's a little snug, but I'll make it work.
You should straighten out first and do a nice straight and launch.
Yeah, launch right into the dock.
Zap. Remember that time? There's that crazy guy here. He was doing a burnout just like right into the dock. I just want to say that before you do this, I hope that this just spikes your desire to make your Audi sick.
He needs a side exhaust on his Audi.
Oh yeah. Man,
That was some tire smoke.
that rips him. That was worth getting a face full of and
Versus
water
Thank you so
cooled.
much for letting me actually drive that thing, because I wish I could go more than the parking lot. This is that moment I wish the show left the parking lot.
Right?
We're gonna stop and we're gonna keep talking Audis. I'm gonna show him my old Audi. He's gonna look at it and wonder why it just has that much dust on it.
Yeah, it's true. It's like 7 o'clock on a Friday. These dudes are gonna talk for 3 more hours. I'm out.
I'm stoked. That's a wrap! Hold on for a second. Some of our audience might actually know you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe. The few who speak German. Wait, tell them who you are.
They should.
I'm the version of you in Germany.
He's the German us. Well, we walked through the shop and he's like, you have about the same number of like non-running cars as we do. And we do the same stuff that you do.
exactly I said the other
He
thing.
did try to pretend like at one
All
point.
our project cars are running.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, give us a German.
Okay, you ready for that?
We'll pull it right now.
He's gonna turn around, dude. He's setting up
Okay,
like he's throwing
you ready?
like he's throwing a fastball.
Drehschluss.
Are you disappointed?
Okay, no. Okay,
I liked you 5 minutes ago.
Drehschluss!
Comment below if you want to see Larry's 911 here. He said he wanted to chain it to the forklift and do a burnout.
I have to figure out a way to change it first.
But regardless, you guys should space race, settle the beef.
Ooh.